I don't know what this music, if I'm honest, but here it is. That's what we have. Alright. Unmuting over here to say hello.
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 We are playing the
Oh,
Good
hi.
Society today. This game's gonna be stupid.
I'm
excited about it.
gonna be real dumb, and I'm like super looking forward to that.
I enjoy dumb shit.
Obviously, you wouldn't be here.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
It was just pointed out by Rob, and then everybody else seemed to agree on it, that my town looks like a dude with a big penis.
It absolutely fucking does.
It was
And it
not
does.
intentional, and then it just happened. It's just like, oh no.
Oh, that absolutely... Yeah, wow. It's like, it looks intentionally so.
It was not intentional at all. It just happened.
The crew
And-
did this.
And now I can't stop
Yeah,
seeing it.
it makes sense now. It was intentional. The crew did it purposely.
I actually really like that idea. That, like, begrudgingly, they helped Bobert out, and this is what they did.
The little, like, fucking otter people, servants, just made the whole town look like a giant, look like a person with a big dick. Okay, so who would like to introduce their character first?
I literally don't remember my character's name.
Solid.
Look, I normally don't play.
Kole, would you like to introduce your character?
I sure can.
Are you gonna put them up on screen as you do it?
Yeah, I will.
Nice. Thank you.
Alright, I'll be playing tonight is Baron William B. von Barter.
Oh no, you gotta do it big.
Oh my god.
That's how it comes in. Like, here he is.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Oh, that is
great.
a nice chest.
That is great.
I'm putting my 3 daughters forward.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said you're putting your 3 daughters forward, did you? Make sure everybody knows who they are.
The oldest, Beatrixie B. The middle child, Bobert. And then the youngest, Benedetta.
Wait,
There's a lot of B's to remember in this.
which one is which? Is this the youngest? Is that the cattier one?
Yes.
Okay. And the middle one. All right, are we going in order? So the middle one is the bunny-eared one. Okay, here we go. Okay. Good. Don't worry. We got tokens for all of them.
Yes, I approve, yes.
Love this.
So, William, his goal in this game is to marry off one of his daughters to Bobert.
Yes, Bobert is a suitable man for my daughters. Bees.
And who would like to introduce their character next?
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Some
of you might remember.
Yes, everyone has seen Uncle Jim's Jimson. And my goal tonight is to help Bobert get his eyes straight on proper business growth. No need in marriage and all this wildness. It's too blinding to the senses, you know?
So
Also, I
goals-
don't know if I'll keep that voice up for long.
It's fine regardless. So that is that. And anybody next, or? 'Cause I'll just put
I can
Bobert-
go next
Okay.
if you'd like.
Here is yours. Make it bigger.
What a neckline.
Cute. Oh, she cute. It me. Oh, okay. Hi. So my character's she's back to town. Her name is Elizabeth, but you may call her Olivia, please. Please. I am here to speak to Bobert about some matters dear to my heart and of the heart. Maybe a little bit of business, maybe a little bit of romance, a little bit of both together. We'll work out the details. Thank you.
Very nice. Nika, do you remember your character's name yet?
I believe it was Dorothy.
It was Dorothy.
She's perfect. She's just pristine vibes. Absolute perfection. So I'm playing Dorothy, who is Bobert's younger sister, who is maybe just up for a little trouble, a little mischief, just having some fun. Everyone takes everything a little too seriously.
And now I feel bad for poor Rob, because here's Bobert, who Rob doesn't know who Bobert is, but like literally I'm just asking him to play himself.
Bobert's got the fuck me eyes.
It's true, look at them. So I'm thinking Bobert's wealth comes from realty moguls throughout family timeline. Kind of like, think Robert Durst minus the psychopath. And I'll be the only one without an accent because I'm like Tom Cruise and Valkyrie.
Oh shit. You're Kevin Costner and Robin Hood?
Oh, man.
So I'm thinking everybody, I either have to get married or get down to business because my family's pressuring me, but I just love the drink a little too much.
Oh, you're a slush.
Yeah. Slush socialite. And that's the
Alright.
embarrassment to the family.
So this is our town, and everybody in the chat that wasn't like part of the conversation, think of it as Regency, Florida.
Those
Like-
words still don't go together.
It's still very good fun words. So picture the time period in like in England, and they've started building townhouses, and they act very accordingly. But they literally live in the swamp. Like there's a nice coastline here, but if you go too far to the west, it's literally just swamp over there. And so the inciting event is Bobert's house has been finished. So Bobert and I've literally forgotten how to say Nika's character's name. Dorothy. So Bobert and Dorothy have finally like shown up to the town. And I think out of this group, Billiam is the only one that actually lives in this town. Billiam and his daughters, because Olivia's from out of town. And wait, does Jim's live here?
Jim's has plans of living here.
I thought we had established that James is from South Pastora.
Oh yes, James is from South Pastora, but he might be like looking at one of the properties here. There are certainly some properties to choose from.
Of course.
Billiam's been here going back generations, so obviously we live here.
So we are going to go to the first party. The first event is a welcome party for Bobert and Dorothy. Here we go. We're going to go into here. It's not a big thing. Because I saw the miniseries, not the Keira Knightley movie. In the Keira Knightley movie, the fucking party was huge. But in the miniseries, it was much smaller.
Mini-Caesar is probably more accurate.
Ellen watched all of Pride and Prejudice miniseries in a day to prepare for this role.
So
The
in
random
this,
NPC flamingos are great.
they're kind of terrifying to me. And when we if we give any of them like a character, I'll color them different so we know who they are.
Who are these random foos?
This one up here, this top one up here is Marigathy. It's like Marathy. Alright, no wait. No, Margaret. Mary. How did I do that? Margaret?
Margaret.
Margaret. this one right here is Margaret. She lives by herself. She has a nice apartment. Not apartment. She has a nice house. Just lives with her servants. Very skeleton crew of servants. A lot of people call her a witch. Like, they don't go to her house. She's the one with, like, a large garden. And who knows what her, like, designs on Bobert are. But that's who this one is. I'm gonna color her different, because I know that she is purple. She's gonna be even pinker than the rest. But so the first thing is, like, we all just literally role play what's going on. So this room and this place is full of flamingos. Like, just absolutely packed, nuts to butts.
Sorry, point of clarification. Do flamingos have nuts?
Oh god.
So they
I
have,
thought we established this a
Vents.
couple days ago.
and then they kind of like rub each other, kind of like Otis does to my hand when he wants to pump me,
Oh.
and then they release
Simba.
So Toast just played a card.
Back
Yeah,
to
this
Warlord.
is-
X
Jams-
card.
So Jams got too drunk.
Teams, sir.
James got too drunk, sorry.
On a
Jesus.
completely
Teams pre-gamed.
completely related note, I actually am right now pre-gaming.
Well, you're in the game now, so drink up.
Hey. But yeah. Uncle James is drunk off of that.
I'm actually gonna start the conversation with can we say Bobert and Dorothy have shown up right now? Like, this is like fashionably late.
We have to be fashionably late. Like, come now.
So Magathy has like approached you two and she's like, oh, Margaret, sorry. I approaches you two. It's like, finally, some new blood. And she looks over, like, she angrily looks over at Billiam and his 3 daughters, just like, it's been such a bore.
If you were gonna play that item card, what is it?
Well, yeah.
Did Bobert bring the fancy wine? Yeah.
Well, of course, he
Okay.
busted through the door with the expensive wine.
And
he's
she's
like,
looking at it, and she's
Nice
so-
to meet you, maggot. How are you?
And she like literally, maggot?
William will guffaw and chuckle a little bit.
Please do.
She snaps her head over at Billiam and says, "You, sir, incorrigible," and she stomps off into the back room. There are shrimp on these plates up here. I need everybody to just really appreciate the level.
I
of
do
detail.
appreciate. Dorothy might get a little fucked up on some shrimp. Just saying.
Oh, that's great.
All right, so
The wine breaks.
okay, so the wine bottle has shattered all over. Why do you hate the witchy woman? She's wearing a very good outfit, and now it's just covered in
So
wine.
much is going wrong already.
I imagine
It's a room full of flamingos.
Billiam's
Fair.
3 daughters are just like tittering behind their hands. She is very upset. Also, the wine is now complete. Your wine was wasted because, like, she got upset and clumsily tried to walk through a door and couldn't manage it.
Well, that's a darn shame.
All right, so I'm gonna slide in now. I saw my opening. I'm gonna make a slide on over and just to both of them because I'm being very friendly to both members of the family. I'm gonna say, you know, some people they just can't handle the pressure of social situations like this.
I'm
Now that
trying.
is a strong-willed woman.
Indeed.
I'm trying to decide how much of a shit stir I want my character to be. You know,
Do
what?
it, just
I'm gonna
fucking
go
do it.
all in.
Go
But
hard,
I
go
heard
home.
that she's already been hitting the bottle.
That would make complete sense. If you can't handle situations like this, there's nothing but alcohol for social lubrication.
Okay, question. How loud is this conversation? Is it like anyone I can hear?
Up to them.
I mean, how close are you?
I like to think that everyone can like hear, like whether they're like socializing with his daughters, he can still hear it in the background behind him.
Yeah, it's up to Kira and Nika if they want you to be able to hear the conversation.
That's fine. Why are you gonna slide in and make a lubrication joke?
When you mentioned hitting the bottle, I was just gonna say that would make 2 of us tonight. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Just again, point of clarification: is Uncle James our uncle, or do they just call him Uncle James?
They just call him Uncle James. No one knows how he's related. He's just there, and you're happy about it, I guess.
There's a little mouse person cleaning up the wine that she spilled.
Oh, little mice rose.
To the help.
The mouse is so adorable. I just wanted to...
William would like to stumble his way in because there's all these people in the way, and stride up to Bobert and just be like, "Oh, Bobert, finally! It's great to have you back in town."
Thank you, Billy.
It's just been so deserted here without some friendly faces. And he
It's
kinda
nice to bring
looked
some
back
class
to the
into
back
this
room.
town again.
And, while you're here, I'd like to introduce you to my 3 lovely daughters, if you don't mind. And he kind of puts a wing over Bobert and, like, not even giving him a chance to back away, just starts pulling him towards his daughters.
Oh, you're gonna try to like go into the little reading room with them?
Yeah.
Alright. So I did try to set up multiple rooms. Like, this would be where the people do the dancing. And upstairs is where the musicians are. I did try to put a balcony full of musicians, but then it just took up too much of the floor space. But just imagine, above you there is a balcony of musicians playing music. And they are
Like a mouse.
probably mice.
Here you are, Bobert. Look at my lovely daughters. My pride and joy. Girls, introduce yourselves.
Oh, that's me.
I was actually hoping the call was gonna do the
Oh
voices.
yeah,
for
you
them.
can 100%. You can 100% take.
to.
Oh,
But
go
the
for
idea
it,
that
then.
they all talk the same way, just at a higher pitch.
The fact that the your characters.
Well, the oldest will walk up and do like a little like modest curtsy almost. My name's Beatrix. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Bobert. I'm into dancing and cooking, if that is an interest to you as well. But great to see you here. And then she'll just kind of back away.
Which one's Beatrice?
The oldest one was the one with the bear ears. Yeah. That one is. Yep.
Okay.
The middle
It's nice
one.
to meet you.
I
Beatrice.
just noticed they had animal ears. I feel like an idiot. I'm sorry.
Nika is literally dying in the other room.
It's killing me.
I can't handle it.
And the one with the rabbit ears will walk up. Like, my name's Bobert. I've sewn a lot of the girls' clothes, and I'm really into music. It's great to see you. I hope you get along with us all. And then she'll back away.
Bobetta, is it?
Bobert.
Birdbet. Do you have the same mother? Your ears are awfully kind of goofy looking.
It's fashion, sir.
And does your character actually say that to Bobert?
Yes.
That
I
it's
want
fashion?
Bobber to be crass. Yeah. Randolph in the background agrees.
That's Terrence.
And then the last one steps up, and she just kind of gestures here, like, "Nice to meet you. I'm Benedetta. All right." And she kind of turns away. She's like, she doesn't want to be here.
God, these
Well, it's
names.
nice to meet you, Birdetta. Green is my favorite color.
Looks like somebody's playing coy. Turn it on now.
That's my question.
They're all fine girls, as you'll later find out, Bobert. But I won't take any more of your time. Get to know everybody else.
Thank you. It was great meeting your family. Probably should go up to Uncle James now.
Jims.
Jim's?
Jimson.
Jim's Jimson. I
Jim's
drank
Jimson.
quite a bit of wine. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with names.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm already hammered. It's wonderful to be here. You know, it's a lovely place you have. Looking at potentially laying claim or purchasing one of the properties here. If you'd be so kind, but
Oh, you have just been I guess does Bobber just throw is just like, all right, it's time for an arm wrestling contest in the middle of this conversation?
Yeah, he's like, oh, you want to talk business? Let's arm wrestle.
I mean,
This
business
one.
is business. Let's go.
Trying to
Where-
picture two flamingos arm wrestling.
Hold on. I'm
Wing
gonna put
wrestling?
the actual
Is it-
spelling of Jim's name in.
It's James.
Yeah, no, the full name. Full name. There you go. I highlighted it. Makes sense, right?
Yeah,
So,
but I'm just going to keep calling you Uncle James.
that's also very funny.
That's. You drunk to notice anyway.
Aren't birds' bones like hollow?
It's just a very. It's like when you
Not
play
all birds,
when you
anyway.
arm wrestle with a flamingo, it's life or death.
Do you guys both just roll to see who wins?
Yeah, it's like
that-
is.
I don't know, Master.
I thought we weren't gonna be rolling dice tonight.
Oh well, it's
You
too
got
late for
wrong.
that. So yeah, both of you just roll me a 20-sider. Just slash roll 1d20. Bobert has lost, but you both did pitifully.
We're fucking.
Warlord rolled a 5.
We're drunk.
Rolling around.
Fine.
Like, it was a struggle. They're both now breathing heavily.
Yeah, it's just like the daughters are just teeing again.
They're both, like, sweating so bad.
Oh
It's real
my.
gross, actually.
Honestly, to make it even worse for Bobber, I feel like Uncle Jim's is like so fucking hammered right now. Like, it is pitiful that you can't just beat this drunken fool in an
Damn.
arm wrestle. Like,
Damn.
I
Little
expected
arms.
to lose.
Just as an embarrassment to my family's name as I
Complete
am.
embarrassment, but you're rich.
Yep.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Beatrix in the back's like, oh my, I do love when the boys wrestle get all sweaty over there.
You don't know what accent that was. God.
It was gold, whatever it was.
Well, I guess I do owe you another meeting then to discuss business.
Schedule meetings.
Perhaps at a time when I'm less endowed
Blackout
with
drunk.
alcohol. not blackout yet. Give it another half a bottle.
Jims, you have to hold your liquor a little more. This is just an embarrassment.
Oh, William, don't do this. Don't do this now. It's fine. I'm fine.
He just repeats
Fine.
just don't over and over and over again. Like he never actually gets a sentence out. Just don't.
Fully, no, actually, fully passes out. Just fully,
Passes out standing up though.
exactly.
On one foot, classic style.
That's the only way to pass out.
Jims? Uncle Jims? Oh,
Whose uncle is this man?
The answer is yes.
Is Uncle just his first name?
Uncle's his title.
No. It's a
Wait.
well-earned title. Okay, his full name is Jims J. Jimson. Okay, don't ask about the J. Nobody needs to know.
I swear we're related, because, the bees.
He's kind of like that neighbor down the street that you just are familiar with and you just call him uncle, but he's not really.
That's a pedophile.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm wondering,
You guys
is this
never had that?
Nobody else calls him uncle.
No.
He just asks you to call him uncle. Yeah, that's a.
That's
It's not a universal experience, my guy.
no.
Do you need to talk? Should we have a conversation instead?
Nope.
Talk this out.
There is.
Well, I'm gonna
Show
go to the
us on the
shrimp bowl.
flamingo where he touched you.
Go straight for the shrimp bowl.
Was this uncle conversation? Was this one we just had in character or out of character?
I sure hope we're in character.
I don't.
I really
know.
hope so too,
I'm
because
Jim's is blackout drunk. He's not saying anything. He's just mumbling to himself.
perfect. Because Elizabeth would point out that she knows a lot of gentlemen who like to call themselves uncle, and they should be avoided at all costs.
Well, this arm wrestling thing has been going on. Dorothy, you have been propositioned and invited to a backroom game of cards with some younger, not quite influential members. Like, they've joined the town guard. They have, like, nice uniforms. It's like a weird flamingo military that has just started up.
Oh, I don't know about this.
And it's just
Are
like,
we
they,
are we
like-
arming our flamingos?
Oh, they are. They certainly are.
Oh,
They,
who
they call
damn.
themselves the Leg Brigade.
The Leg Brigade.
I like it.
But there's a quiet, not quiet. There's a raucous game of cards happening back here, like behind closed doors. But you have
That's
been invited.
extremely scandalous
Who's
to
all
go
got
with a bunch
invited?
of gentlemen unattended.
They have invited Dorothy specifically. I assume that Dorothy looks kind of like a flirt. No? See, I was imagining.
If Bobert is a train wreck, then Dorothy must be a player of the game.
I believe they have invited all of the young women, like Olivia, Dorothy. Here we go. Beatrix, Bernadette, and Bedetta. All of them have been invited into the back, like into this card game.
Good job, Evan.
The
Let's go.
older two of the daughters will do a polite decline. The youngest will just stare at them and kind of go, ugh, and then walk away.
Could you remind me which daughter is which?
The youngest has the cat ears. The middle one has the rabbit ears, and then the oldest has the bear ears.
And which are their names?
I think it's in the order that he wrote them down up there, right?
Yeah. So, Beatrix
Beatrice.
is the oldest. Bernadette
Barbetta.
is
Ballbetta is not how you pronounce that.
And Bertata. Green.
why I oughta.
Bird tatas.
So which is middle and which is youngest? I'm trying to keep track of them, so I'm writing them down.
The middle is Bernadette.
Okay.
And then the youngest is Benedetta.
These names are so dumb.
Remember, it's Beatrix B, Bernadetta B, Benedetta B.
Bird.
As the renowned B family.
Was okay. Again, was that in character? Was that literally Dolly asking the names again because she forgot?
Yes.
Okay,
Just for
so,
the extra clarification. But also, if out of character, if I'm a stir of some shit, I gotta remember which ones are which.
Oh, and Billiam is always on top of naming and pointing out his daughters. He's like, oh, of course, yes, this one, yes. Mm-hmm.
So the woman comes like stomping through, like covered in, like still covered in wine. She's been trying to clean. It's like, I guess I'm just gonna leave. And she walks past Jim's, and she's like, at least I have a suitable reason to reek of liquor.
Damn.
And she like looks down at James, and she like stomps out of the party.
Olivia just shouts like, "Bye, Felicia."
She was gonna be the cool witchy flamingo. Why does everybody hate the cool?
I'll have to write a letter to her later.
Hey, she showed up and she was quite bitchy, so that's what
Fair.
she gets.
Yeah, that's on her.
Yeah,
Yep.
don't be a bitch. That's a simple rule.
First impressions and all that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Who hired
oh.
her?
What's that?
Who hired her?
Hired who?
Margaret.
Margaret, who hired her?
Mm-hmm. Like, clearly she must have been hired to attend this party. I assume she worked here. Is that incorrect?
No, she didn't work here. She just...
Oh, I was under the impression that she was a waitress.
No.
Whoops.
Oof, that's harsh.
That's how it came across to
Well,
me.
That's kind of how I pictured her too.
I thought she was
okay.
bringing wine over to us.
No,
Well, not
she-
as a
like,
waitress, but just
Bobert
like that's
brought
how
wine
low
to her.
she is.
Like, when Bobert showed up, he gifted her wine. And then when she took it, she tried to leave the room, and somebody broke it.
I thought
Yeah,
that she
so
was a
that
waitress taking the wine, like a servant taking the wine into the back to
Oh,
like be.
Yeah, I took it how
No, okay,
Alan
you can just...
takes it, and then it looked like she broke the wine, even though she didn't, and then she was just like disgusted, like everyone else was disgusted by her, and now she left because she's trash.
I mean, pretty much. She didn't really add anything to the party anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Olivia, you got that one right.
Quietly,
Thank you,
mumble,
Bobert.
Except a layer of bitch.
Terrence, now's not the time.
And unless anybody wants to do anything else in the party, we can just move on to the next phase.
So run me through and run everyone through the phases again and how the
Okay,
game's played.
so we have an event phase, which is where everybody just role plays something. It can, like, if it is an event like a party and stuff, everybody's together. We want to see how we can interact with each other as much as possible to achieve your goals. And then after that phase is done, we have a rumor phase. And everybody gets to do two things during the rumor phase. You can start a rumor, or you can spread a rumor.
Isn't that the same
And-
thing?
Starting a rumor
Yep.
only catches on if somebody else chooses to spread it, and you can't spread your own rumor.
Okay.
So, and these are not your characters. They can be your characters coming up with the rumors, but it's not explicitly your characters. It's the town rumors, like what's the town saying happened at this party, or saying about the people that were at this party. And then after that, we have the scene where everybody just writes a letter. There are tokens called resolve tokens and monologue tokens. We don't have to worry about them too much. In every phase, you can use what's called a resolve token to make something that wouldn't normally happen. I think the cards are taking care of that at this point. But you could also tell somebody that you want to hear what they are thinking, and then you would play like a monologue token. Just say that you want to hear what somebody's thinking, and I'll keep track of that. And then they would have to monologue what they are thinking. In my, the way that I read the rules, it's incredibly Saved by the Bell. Zach Morris, stops, looks at the camera, and explains exactly why he's doing what he's doing. Nobody else hears it, but, it's exposition for exposition's sake.
Yes.
And those are the three phases that we're worried about. In the full game, there's another phase. We're just not going to bother with it. So, we could say that this party winds down. James has come out of an arm wrestling that was just pitiful, but he won. So he does have meeting with Bobert at some point in the future. The Flamingo military has been snubbed by all of the ladies. The old witchy woman has been like looked down on and called the help by everybody else. And we got a little mouse person that was like cleaning up the wine, and then they ran back downstairs. Goodbye. Oop.
Okay, so then the rumor that I want to start is that Magurette was so blind, stumbling drunk that she trashed this like extremely expensive gift that Bobert bestowed upon her, then threw a hissy fit and stormed out.
Okay. And anybody else, if they want to, they can spread that rumor, or they can start another one of their own.
I mean, I can say that I witnessed that, and that it indeed happened.
Okay, so a confirmed rumor. Everybody is like, if a rumor gets spread, it's basically the truth in this until they prove otherwise. So yeah, everybody believes that Magurette was incredibly rude to Bobert and destroyed his like expensive gift.
She broke it on purpose.
You could just tell.
She wanted to be the center of attention.
She did want to be the center of attention. That was why she came up first.
Alright,
Never trust a wench.
I'm gonna start
Desperation.
a rumor that Uncle Jim's, the reason he's so unmistakably drunk right now is because he was busy having another meeting at a local bar with some unsavory characters.
Okay.
Oh, I am going with that rumor.
So Uncle James was seen at a local bar with some unsavory characters.
Mm-hmm. I saw him at the bar, but I didn't know who he was beforehand until I met him at the party. So I didn't make the connections, because I too was a little bit drunk.
Okay. Okay. And you don't have to say a rumor. It's just like, but if you have one, go right ahead.
William.
These rumors are supposed to be like the point of view of the town, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna start a rumor that every one of the women that went to this party are all prudes, and they literally will not interact with any men.
Including your daughters?
Yeah, does that include your daughters?
This is from the point of view of the town.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
From those that
Because
were
they
also there at
didn't-
the party.
Because they didn't go into the room with those
Military men.
four. Yeah, so they came out of the party and they were like, "Oh, they're the worst."
They won't interact with any men. They're just too good for us.
So
I feel like going into a room with rowdy young men without a chaperone is just inappropriate behavior for ladies of a proper reputation.
But it's a party.
I mean, that's when
Yeah, they don't know how to
Decorum.
party.
must be followed most of all.
Remember, this is Jane Austen.
So is anybody gonna spread that rumor, or
am I allowed to, even though
you spread one? You can spread another. You can either make up another one, or you can spread another one. You do two things, but you can do either one both times, or so you can spread it or come up with your own. But that'll be the last thing you can do in this phase. So, Rob has spread one, Nika has made one, Kole has made one, and Warlord has made one.
Can I clarify the objective of this game is what now?
To accomplish whatever your character is after. So if you're interested in making a relation and doing a monetary relationship with Bobert, that's your goal. So everybody has their own goals. Like Nika's goal is just to be a shit stirrer.
I like it. Okay. Hold on. I have a think here. Because my character is one of ill repute. So I feel like I need to start stirring some shit too. But some shit that benefits me.
Going deep into the think tank. I like it.
I don't want to be that guy though, but I'm about to be that guy.
Go ahead and be that guy.
Ruin my night.
Alright. So... I'm gonna start a rumor about Bobert.
Alright.
He's a big drinker. And his investors, those major investors, don't appreciate it. And they're going to cut him off.
Oh no. Bobert, your money.
Oh no.
I'm gonna
So I can
that
spread
rumor.
one more? Oh, you already on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's that.
But if no one spreads it, then it doesn't
Oh,
become
it
a
got
real
spread
thing.
immediately.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Yeah, Billiam
Fuck.
jumped right on that one.
Oh, alright.
Did Bobert come back here to sober up?
Well, I went back there for a purpose, but it ended, so now we're on to rumors.
Oh, there's more phases. Don't worry, there's more to do. Does everybody got their rumors out? I think there could only be one more made. Like, if... No? Yeah.
I feel like Billiam needs a rumor spread about him. Or his daughters.
But they're beautiful.
Nika gave a rumor but didn't spread a rumor, and Warlord gave a rumor but didn't spread a rumor. So both of those have one. Both you two have one more thing, but we can just pass the phase on to the next one.
You can only do one of each.
You can only do one of each?
I'm asking you.
No, you can do two in either one. You can either spread twice or make up two, or you can do one of each.
Okay, I'm spreading Nika's rumor.
Nika's
debating-
rumor was not. Oh, go ahead.
So, they only need to be spread by one person?
Yeah, they only need to be spread by one person.
And I
want-
spread Nika's rumor, so like if you want to start your own
Well,
or spread
I
a
have
different one, it doesn't. Or no, you would just start a new one. Because I think so far every one has been spread.
The only one that hasn't been spread is the prude one.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
No.
we just kind of like
Like the women
we're-
being a prude.
we're good.
I feel like
think
it
we're
didn't.
good.
Like it wanted to be spread, but it got shot down by like the ladies of class wouldn't be seen situation.
there you go. Okay.
I'm trying
like
to think. I know I want to like. I know I want to spread another rumor. I'm just trying to decide like what the vibe is.
I'm shooting one out there that Billiam has had illegitimate wives or mothers to these daughters that is not actually his like wife, that she has mistresses that produced him, like they're half siblings.
So the
Damn.
daughters are born out of wedlock.
Yes.
There you go, nailing it.
And Billiam's a
Getting
dowager.
spread, and it's getting spread.
Okay.
Wait, so you're saying that you're half siblings with Nika's character?
No, that the three daughters are half siblings with each other.
Oh. Poor Billiam.
I feel like Billiam would have been devoted to his wife, to the late Mrs. B.
Well, too late. Rumor spread.
No, rumor is a rumor. It doesn't mean that it's true. It just means that
Oh no, we heard Alan say, quote,
it's
3
treated as
minutes
true
ago.
unless it can be proven to be otherwise.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying for the Billiam canon.
for the Billiam canon.
Unless
everybody.
all of the overdramatic, like, mourning of his wife is actually, like, an act to try to...
Get his next wife.
Scandal.
Just to keep heirs, like, up.
Ooh. Is that a rumor you wanna put out there, Nika?
I feel like that's just backlore
Yeah.
to what is
Okay.
being said.
All
there.
right.
At this time, I have nothing additional. I think all of the rumors that are spread are something that Dorothy would have done.
So, it is the next day. Everybody is in their like place, and So this is going to be the round where there's not like a big event. Oh wait, sorry, we forgot. If you want to write a letter to somebody, this is where you would do it. You're all home, and for like, and time doesn't pass just like the next day situation. Think weeks and months between things as well.
How do letters work exactly in the grand scheme of, like, other people knowing about them, or...
Unless the person shares it, they won't know.
Okay.
But
What mechanical purpose is writing the letters serve?
basically like an invitation for a conversation, or setting up another event in the future, or telling somebody that, like, trying to disprove a rumor can be done through the letters.
I think I'm good.
The letters were probably the weakest part of the game. I feel like, but
Yeah.
I mean, but like in Jane Austen, and like in Pride and Prejudice, because that's what our foundation is based on. A lot of exposition happens in the letter writing. Like a lot of story happens in that.
And the primary function of the game is to, like, write a story, not really, like, to have an actual goal, but, like, so it makes sense in the actual game. But if we have a means to our ends,
Ooh, Bobert sent
ends
some
to our
wine
means.
to Uncle James.
Oh no.
was there
So
a
Bobert writes a letter to
Of
Uncle
course.
Jim.
Oh.
A package of expensive wine and a letter discussing realty options and how he finds a great location for potential over at that trashy maggot's house. Much potential over in that region.
Huh. And that's the witch, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, you're pissing off the witch.
So I actually want to write a letter to Margaret, even though I'm the one that was spreading the rumor that she was absolutely trashed. Now I'm going to write a letter to say that she was treated so horribly, and I'm so just horrified at how everything played out. And I would love to invite her to the next thing that we do, the next event that we have.
Oh, you shisty bitch.
Interesting choice.
And on that note, Margaret is going to send Olivia a letter, but it will be calling Olivia by her regular name, her dead name now, and that's rude. We know that's rude. And that's
Being
like
attacked.
Elizabeth? Is that what we said it was?
Yeah.
Elizabethy, maybe.
It's like, my dear Elizabeth, it says. Like, it should come to no surprise that I am keyed in with the goings-on of all of our kind, whether they are here or afar. And I know what you do for a living, and I find it I do not find it I approve of any way that a young flamingo can make her way in the world.
Sounds suspect.
And it's just like, I know who you work for, and it's like, and I know what you're doing here. Come seek my aid if you ever need a little extra.
All right. Do I reply? Like, can I reply to that letter?
Yeah, you can send
or
yeah, you can do a reply.
Interesting. So I'd write back and set up a time to meet with her. But in like a public place.
In a public place, okay.
I think so, yes. Because I don't know her. I don't trust her. And the fact that she knows what I do for a living means she might have been talking to that bitch. And I'm not trying to be like getting caught and getting stabbed and buried in someone's backyard.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I'm going to meet her. Like, the inn that I'm staying at has this adorable little sitting area where they serve little pot pies or some shit. She can meet me there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Good pot pies.
Made of otters?
Send a letter to Bobert.
So that is... anybody else? Billiam have a letter? To
Yeah,
write?
I'm gonna send a letter to Bobert.
Mm-mm.
And it's gonna read, To the Honorable Bobert. I hope our meeting was pleasurable and that the fates have decided that one of my girls may have piqued your interest.
Ooh,
I have high hopes for my girls, Beatrixie and Bernadette especially. The late Mrs. B would be proud of how they've matured and the helpful qualities they would bring to one such as yourself. And while I may be a bit forward with this, I would like to see one wed before I pass beyond the mortal veil. So please, do not hesitate to let me know if you find your heartstrings pulled and plucked by one of the bees. At your pleasure and in good faith, Baron Billiam B. von Barter.
That's quite the letter.
I don't think there was enough bees in that.
I think it's perfect.
Somehow, like, Bobert reads it and is blushing, like, oh.
As I sip on my wine and then I read the letter.
I was like, yes, yes.
Thinking about Bertata, but calling her Betta.
None of that is any of their names.
I think he just said frittata, but with a B.
Dude, I was like, did he call her sand? Like, what? It's a food. It's a snack food at this point. I don't know what's happening now. Belvita, yes. Or- yes, I love it.
Oh, this is awesome. I'm loving this already.
The bees, everything's working perfectly.
James isn't gonna send a letter. He's still too drunk from the just constant drinking.
He's just like asleep, like face down at his desk on the letter. It's like stuck to his face.
Yeah, fully read it entirely, and then drank half the bottle.
Alright, so...
Which one of them is Belvita?
Who are you asking?
In general. Which one of them is?
I think that's their mother's name.
Bertata.
Their mother's name was Belvita.
The goofy eared one.
Oh no.
Which one is the goofy ear?
You mean Bernadette?
Yeah, the purple one.
That's the bunny eared
Beatrix.
one, I think.
Yeah.
Bernadette.
That's the one
Yeah.
that I call Belvita.
Oh no.
Just keep
Every time I
Let's-
meet them, I
Let's a
mess up their names worse and worse.
bunny-eared woman. Shocking.
I love how we went into this knowing that it was going to be ridiculous, and it exceeded all expectations already.
We're really nailing it, guys, and I'm in love with us.
I think Jane Austen would be honored.
I think she'd be so proud right now. However, knowing enough about her that she was actually like a really mean bitch. But that's fine. I think she'd be excited. Because us women were wearing pants and there's internet. I feel like she'd be excited about that. I don't know.
Well, he is open. And so we pass time, and the day comes where Olivia's gonna have her meeting, and I'm gonna say that it's gonna happen down at the bar on the beach. This little
Ooh, beachy bar.
little beach bar.
I swaddled the man here.
You did they recreated this bar very specifically.
And it's got like a nice little painting of Baby Krieg.
It's just like in remembrance.
I can't handle it.
Remember what they took from you?
Oh no.
Do you think
All right.
Krieg and Royce like give each other awkward looks like in the halls of the sub?
You know they have to.
I imagine that like first day or week back, like they pulled each other aside and like, listen, we're not going to talk about that anymore, right? It didn't happen, right?
It's like, that's all I'm gonna talk about forever.
Rick, you don't understand. It was the best thing I've ever done.
I've never been happier.
The idea that like Krieg's fully over it, but Royce just is staring wistfully at him from a distance, just being like, "My boy, my
boy.
son."
Royce, I need to become a father now.
I'm so proud.
Royce goals for season 2.
We haven't seen Royce in so long because like Royce has gone full Geppetto mode. He's trying to make a little like metal man.
Make himself a new son.
It's canon. It's canon.
Okay.
This
It's
is
just-
weird, though.
It's just like a really tiny little thing, but it's got like Leto's face because it's the only face he knows how to make.
Mini Leto.
Like a bobbleheaded Leto.
Oh no.
It's a Funko Pop.
I don't want to see HTML Funko Pops.
I kind of do.
All right, Olivia, charm the pants off, whatever.
The petticoats.
She when you come in, when you come downstairs, I imagine you are
Yes.
upstairs in this inn because you already said you were. Like
Okay.
when you
Yeah.
come downstairs, she has a full like lavish setup going on. She has all
Oh,
of
shit.
all this food and she's eating it, just not like taking her time, not like patting her lips like after every bite or anything like that. She's just fucking going to town.
Like if they just always do that. Like when it comes to actually eating, it's full seagull mode. Like just blah, 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 as they like get all of the like
That'd be
shrimpies down their
good.
gullets. Like super refined in every other way until it comes time to eat.
Like if someone takes their time eating for anything, the first question is, I wonder if they have worms. Like, I don't know. Bird problems. I don't know what bird problems
Yeah, I'm not
are.
really super familiar with like bird
Not a bird person. Yeah.
digestion.
But okay, so I don't really react. I kind of purse my lips, but I don't like make a facial expression that I'm just like personally out of character, I am shocked, but in character, I don't show that cuz I don't know this chick. So I'm ready for anything.
She
So I'll
motions
just
with
approach-
Oh yeah, go ahead. I
No,
was
go
gonna say,
ahead.
She motions with her knife for you to take a seat across from her.
Hot. All right, so I'll approach the table and kind of sit, but I'm going to perch myself on the edge just in case, like, I gotta make a fast exit. I don't know who this lady is.
The door is also cracked open.
Yeah,
Tavern
that's
from
by
a different
design.
game. It was almost a jellyfish in those bushes, but So she looks across to you and she's just like, as my letter said, I know who you are. I know what you do. And I think I know why she sent you here. She did send you here, correct?
Yeah, she did.
That's what I thought. I'm always keyed in. And she's
So
like,
what do you think you know?
well, obviously, you're here when it coincides with Bobert. she's trying to like get in on that money, and there's a little rumor going around. I don't know if you know this rumor. Bobert is about to lose access to all of his money.
Interesting. No, I didn't know that. That's news to me.
I would expect
I might have to write a letter and rethink our plan.
It's just like, very shortly, if he doesn't sober up, they're going to take it all away from him. They're not going to let him buy.
I gasp and act like I've just heard the biggest scandal of the year. Like, you don't, what?
She
That's
like
horrible.
she really like leans into like the whole like, yeah, being very happy that she's shocking you with these things. It's just like, now I think the best course of action is through the younger sister, if you ask me.
You don't say. Tell me more.
My belief is if you can somehow make yourself indispensable to the younger sister, then if a slight, and she leans in, accident or just an illness were to befall, just like heaven forbid, were to befall Bobert, then we would have an inn. Well, she would have an inn. I would accept, a little bit from, of course. She would obviously look kindly on me for helping you along with this, correct?
Oh, she would. And I will make sure that my patroness gets full report of your efforts here today.
Most excellent. And she bangs her knife on the table and she's like, "Sir, I would like a bottle of your finest wine." And then, like, a mouse brings over a bottle.
And now we drink.
And she's like, "Drink with me."
Okay, so out of character, like I'll just sip a little bit.
So
And I'll
Mouse with several small vials walks to Olivia. What you thinking there?
what are these vials?
I mean, they could just be her. Do you want her to? This wine is like the mouse giving you poison, like poison for her to like drug Bobert. Is that what you're going for?
So, my thoughts are this man comes up to her and has several vials. Some of them can do whatever she wishes. One of them could be poison that she could save it for poisoning Bobert, or she could just so happen to drug up her partner so that she doesn't have any snitches in the future. Take credit for herself.
This game just took it to another level.
I like that. Well, thank you. Yeah, I would definitely. I'm not gonna go for the poisoning. I'm not that kind of gal. I have a lot of things that weigh heavy on me. I'm not trying to be murdering anybody, but
Imperial also played the somebody gets a little too tipsy card.
Okay.
Unless if your character is playing it safe right now, which I sounds like she is playing it safe,
Yes.
I will get her drunk for you.
Yeah.
And she's just like, she is celebrating like she is already, like she just bought a lottery ticket and she's assuming that she already won.
Yeah.
She put this plan into motion and she is so unbelievably psyched that
It sounds like a liability to me.
That you have fallen like hook, line, and sinker for her plan. Like you are doing exactly what she wanted you to do. Like she thinks she has you 100%, so she is just fucking getting destroyed, and she's just like, "Can you believe it? They think that pink fool, this fucking so garish. You see how many ties he wears?" And it's just like, if he looks at me with those heavy-lidded eyes one more time, and it's just like, please, you're just a drunkard. And then And William trying to get his 3 daughters. Like, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know if you. I don't think you know. This is local. I'm gonna tell you. All 3 of those girls, definitely, they're his. But I told everybody that they're not. Can you believe it? And it's
That's true.
yeah, they believe it. They all just fall for it.
Oh God.
It's spreading like wildfire.
Oh my God.
I know. Cool. And then she calls for like rounds for everybody, and then we can move like in basically the scene would actually in the end of the episode it would freeze frame because that's how that miniseries worked.
Okay. So, but I want to go back to the mouse of the vials.
Go ahead.
I'm 100% willing to like slide some money this mouse's direction for like forget the morning potion. And then maybe a couple extra monies to like make sure that she ends up back at her house. She doesn't know by whom, how, what happened for the morning. She just knows she went to bed in her home. She woke up in her home.
So she like got
And that
roofied.
is it. Exactly. Flip this chick a little something something so she forgets that she even saw me.
The mouse like tips. I imagine he's got like a little cap on. He tips his head at you and like gives you a little wink,
Mhm.
and then it's gonna go exactly how you wanted that to.
Okay, yeah, like I'm giving him extra money to make sure, like, it's like never ending, please. Just, and you're extra for your silence, that whole thing. And then, like, I imagine then she'll assume she overslept and forgot, like, stood me up. And I'll say, oh no, don't, like, I suppose that'll come in next, so hold on. But that's what I assume. That she'll assume that she overslept, right? Like,
Yeah.
big deal.
At this point, we're just playing our own game.
What we want.
So, now we're gonna go back. And so, what would everybody else like to do on this? Like, what is a normal day? It doesn't have to be the same day, but like, so we know Kira and her over here, like in the bar.
I think I would like Dorothy to call on William's daughters, like socially.
Okay.
Like a girl's day out.
Yeah, No, we'll sit in the, I don't know, summer room. I have no idea.
Perhaps the reading room or out on the veranda or veranda, whatever the fucking
Veranda.
Veranda.
Veranda sounds good. Alright. Oh, we don't have that option. Alright.
I'm sorry, I don't have a veranda. I don't even
In
know
the
what a
drawing
veranda
room.
is.
I don't know, we'll all sit and do embroidery together or something.
Yeah, I made like this over here as a.
A sunroom.
Let me get tokens back. Oh, I'm just gonna have them all included in one. Because that's the funniest one.
Squad.
Those are the easiest to deal with.
It's the best one. Let's be honest.
Alright, so since this is between players, this is all you two.
I don't know how to make polite conversation.
Delightful weather we're having.
Honestly. I want to, how did you enjoy the party? This is like their first time, like, coming to, like, a ball or whatever. This is their, like, I don't know, them being out for the season, if you will.
Oh, 100%.
I'm so in love with my character that I can't stop looking at her. She looks like such a little shit. I'm just like... it's supposed to be a conversation, but it's all just them making whatever sounds flamingos make.
I don't even know what sounds flamingos make.
Yeah, I didn't do any flamingo research prior to this.
Don't even lie.
You did a little.
In the meta channel.
I mean, but I didn't come up with any answers. All I did was Google fat flamingos, which is an entirely different type of experience.
One that you didn't really expect, I'd imagine.
No one made flamingos fat the way that I pictured. So it's kind of an accomplishment.
Thinking back, I'm glad I was drinking that day.
Yeah, completely out of context for anyone who's looking at that channel being like, why? There's so many fat, horny flamingos in this chat.
Oh, the things we get up to.
So I want to ask, like, leadingly to Benedetta, what she thought of all the soldiers, I guess, and them inviting us to play cards, since she was the one who was, like, rude to them.
Oh, well, I honestly think they're just a little in over their heads when it comes to the rest of us, you know? They think they can talk to us and bring us into their little games, but it's just, I'm above that. I like more thinking games than whatever they do in there, you know?
Thinking games, well, that's fun.
Yes, thinking games. You see, I have a special interest in fixing things, taking things apart and putting them back together again. And she looks over at her sisters and like, while they do their sewing and cooking.
As you all are embroidering right then.
Like, it's a skill we're all supposed to have or something. I don't know how shit works. I would like to get to know Bernadette better. So just be like, oh, but Bernadette, you've been so quiet. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I'm not sure there's too much to really say, but, you know, I like to sew, and embroidery here is really nice to pass the time, and, you know, I try to stay out of the way of my other two sisters, because Benedetta's really rowdy, and Beatrixie, well, she's, you know, the oldest, so, but, you know, between sewing and music, I like to keep my hands busy, and I just like helping out where I can. And yourself, Dorothea, what do you do besides hanging around your brother? Do you get up to any hobbies or such?
There's a harp in this room.
Timpani.
Timpani? No, I don't know the timpani.
This is the greatest instrument ever.
Oh my god, they're just dumb drums.
I was thinking the theremin.
Oh no, the theremin. The hurdy-gurdy.
If
The very idea. It's just like, what is it you play? Like, hold on. And you pull out your little, like, mallets with the marshmallows. It's just like...
how do you show how rich you are? You have a private company of birds bring your timpanis with you everywhere.
everywhere.
Say that you're really rich without saying that you're really rich.
Claps her hands, a couple ushers come in carrying your drums like, "There's once, my lady, of course."
I love this game.
I feel like Eris is just lounge around in the sun and
I would just assume that reading would be one.
No.
Writing, maybe.
Writing bad.
Flower pressing.
Flower pressing.
Yes.
I'm scared yet interested.
Yeah, right.
Like that she's skilled in using these flowers for poisons and things.
Oh, there.
On a flamingo. Okay, fair.
Dorothea has "I'm gonna murder you" eyes. Like,
Kind of. Like, she's all pleasant while she's imagining, like, pecking your eyes out. Like, yeah, I could go there.
Little mouse comes wandering. I'm sorry, ma'am. We had to get him out of storage.
oh wow, those are some interesting instruments you have there.
Just
I imagine like you say you play them, and then you just like beat on them, make a bunch of noise, and the girls are like, "Oh my lord, that was amazing! Wow!"
calling the rumor tonight. It's just like she's a fucking like musical savant. Yeah, I had to make that token, by the way. Turns out Roll20 didn't have a timpani token
I love
that I
that
had.
during
Like,
this entire time he was just silent and then just pulled that out of nowhere.
Well, I think, and Bernadette turns to Beatrixie. The Beatrixie here was the only one around while Mother was still here. You know, we were much too young, me and Benedetta, when she passed, that we don't have very many memories of her. And Beatrixie kind of has that air where she's like, "Yes, of course I know." And she's like, "Yes, Mother was a very strong-willed woman. She knew what she wanted, and well, marrying Father was one of those things. And I think if she were here now, that while Bobert has made some successes himself, that he might be the second rung if Mother was still here."
Hmm. Does your father, I can't even remember the full name. I was gonna do it, but I don't remember it. Does he miss her so?
Oh, the first few days, you know, right after her passing were quite eventful. He shut himself away. And from what I know, these days he will write a letter to her and then just keep those in his room. And he doesn't speak much of her, but obviously he hasn't remarried, so seems he's done with love as it is, unless it's of course concerning to us, as he's putting us out there, and you know.
Is there any way I can get a peek at them letters?
yeah, just use one of your like resolve token. You could just say that you will have sent a servant out because you're fucking loaded. So you could either try to get into Billiam's house.
I mean, I'm already here.
Oh yeah, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Do you want to excuse yourself and?
Can I send my timpani servant?
Oh god, you certainly can send Timpani. His name is Timpani because
It just makes it easier.
Yeah, you never bothered to like.
Timpani boy.
You just yell, "Timpani!"
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know how to like covertly tell him. I'm just gonna pass him like a little note, along
So
with
this is the
taking
one
them away.
servant that has a name. This is the one servant that has a name.
He doesn't have like I'm sure he has a name, but his name is not Timpani. Fucking the
Okay,
cats
so-
are fighting so hard.
Every night he goes to sleep, he's
Whoa.
like, she keeps calling me Timpani. My name's Tom. Don't fucking get it.
It's like, it's fucking Tom. Like, it's Tom Hi-Hat. It's, like, it's fucking drum related. And she couldn't think, she can't. So he will have gone into the room and stolen a letter. And that can be one of the letters that you read, like, at the end of it. Because it's Billiam's words, not mine.
Oh, it's gonna be juicy.
Mhm.
In that it's like he's speaking from his heart about all those great times they had together, and that he's a lesser man for her passing, and then just like details the events that's been going on.
Perfect.
So, do we want to do the business meeting between Bobert and Jim's?
I think that's what's
Yeah.
next.
That's what's next.
Do we want to do it at the shady bar or do we want to do it?
No. I think Jims would go out of his way to approach Bobert at his home directly.
Yeah, I definitely picture that too.
Okay. I'm just gonna have you guys up here because that home was not finished in the maps, and I couldn't get it done quick enough. So you guys are up there in your. You might need to move your map, Mika, because the names are covering up. Because they're up here. These three are down here. I don't know where Billiam was during that meeting.
I assume he has
At the-
business, his own
He's on the
business to
Ferris
attend
wheel,
to.
just looking out into the sea, thinking about his lost Lorne.
Ferris wheel's not even open yet. He just got like fucking on it early.
Bitch is rich. He can do whatever the F he wants.
He is rich.
Yes, with boardwalk. This is great.
God damn it, Kole.
Alright, and now it's up to you two to talk about business.
We have to do it like outside. We don't get like a fancy room like the ladies do.
Don't have another room ready to go that's not like that house. Hold on, I'll finish. I'll get one.
Let's see how it is.
No,
William's favorite meal of the day is brunch.
that makes sense.
Not
He also
breakfast?
loves brisket.
Brunch.
Do you just like
So
blueberries?
while we're
or is this-
waiting, I want a Zach Morris's trash scene. So I'm thinking Bobber knows the rumors of him losing his wealth is true, and that he really needs to make this deal happen, so that way he can get his family's good graces.
So this like your monologue is okay. So it is 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that! I did almost have a full map. Map fully made. Okay. Was not expecting to have to make maps on the fly.
Why? Why would you not expect that?
Well, I mean, I made the one already, but. Okay. I feel pressured at this point.
It's okay, you're doing great.
Oh, I'm worried.
Okay, you only have like 200 maps for D&D. I get it, Jane Austen.
Oh my
like,
god,
it's
you have no
full.
idea how many maps I have for other games.
And you can't like grab one of those.
I was looking at a couple for a second, and I was like, I don't feel like these are right. So we're just gonna use this one. We're gonna say you have one giant ass ballroom for the record that it's so ostentatious. It's just fucking disgusting.
Yes.
Like, anybody else knows that this is tacky as shit.
It's like Versailles tacky.
Like, it's so fucking bad that you're clearly just wasting food and resources for no reason.
Which is why we need to seal this deal.
It's keeping up appearances.
Yes.
I didn't realize that Bobert was actually so broke, though. That's good news for Krieg, though.
He's overextended himself.
Alright, and now export.
Maybe he's just been so generous with family that the coffers are running dry.
Oh, building this town and, like, running the casino. Because remember, Bobert has a casino. Everybody keep that in mind, please.
He's not lost all of his prospects. Just, you know, they're getting a little concerned that his behavior is too reckless.
When I, little behind the scenes, like, little inside baseball for people. When you make so all of my pages in Roll20 are 1920 by 1080. And all I do is just copy the previous one onto the next one, and I just don't move the map information. It's a weird thing. But when I move it, when I don't delete the tokens, what happens is it'll make just a giant icon of the token. It was just Bobert's big fucking face staring at me for a second. I was very uncomfortable. Alright, here we go.
Because you were aroused by his fuck me eyes?
His fuck me eyes do get me every time. I have other maps. Why didn't you guys like want to meet on the boardwalk? Like that would have been cool.
Because
That
Uncle
one.
Jimmy wants to meet me alone in my house.
It's a matter of perspective to the gyms. It's why have the man come out of his own comfort and home when I should approach him? I'm the one offering the business proposition. You see?
Here you guys go. You get to sit on this couch,
I love that floor.
and then Bobert's not included with the like other new tokens because he's been in this long, so I always have to go digging for him. There you guys go. Are you happy?
You had to
Is this-
pull Bobert out of the trash.
Yes.
Very happy.
Ah, thanks, Uncle James, for meeting me today. I appreciate it.
Oh, but of course. See, before we get started, I do want to apologize for my display of impropriety during the party. It was not becoming of me to already be so far into festiveness before you even arrived. It truly was a disgrace.
Oh, it's fine. We both got a little wicked that night.
But the reason I have my reasoning for coming to you right now is a simple matter of business and strictly expanding yours, in all honesty. I've seen the wonderful things you're doing with your casino. I've heard great things about it. It seems to be working really well for you. And I feel like just a single location is not enough to truly show the world the wonders that you could deliver to them. And my home is nicely secured in the southern region of Pastor right now. As much as I love it there, I would like to be here a bit closer to you so it'd be easier to have discussions like this. But I think it would behoove you greatly to begin expanding to just as a start, that region of Pastoral, to sort of set a foothold and start prospering and growing and making your face and brand the norm for everybody who would like to donate their wealth towards you.
I am all ears. I'm interested in such a proposition.
Yes. Glad to hear that. So, for starters, I have after hearing such wonderful news about you, I took time and did a bit of real estate investing myself in Pastora. Just a little bit here and there, a few houses, maybe a town's worth. And I was thinking, what better way to fill up a bunch of empty homes than to have a wonderful casino for people to populate to whenever they have the fancy. And I've talked to a few contractors. They were a little rough on the numbers, but I think we could really start something big here.
So I'm thinking there's a lovely place in the southwest of our town that would make a great casino with a lovely garden. But I would think that maybe 70% of your funding would be appropriate for such a venue. And I will do the other 30 and get the otters to make labor a little bit cheaper.
70% is a bit steep on my end, but you know what? Bobby, I like you. And your old Uncle Jim here is more than willing to accept this wonderful deal that you have so graciously bestowed upon him. And
Just to be completely clear, you're trying to sell somebody else's house.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be vacant.
It's going to be vacant. That's the key there.
Okay.
And that bag of gold is just Jim's just slides over a bag of gold as like, may this be the start of my investment towards the beginnings of the construction.
I like to imagine the bag is just filled with the chocolate gold coins.
What are you yelling about?
Terrence, for fuck's sake.
He's just yelling like crazy.
It's because they have been sitting in here just like beating the shit out of each other, like faithfully.
Ah, okay. Like now he's out here just yelling at me.
Well, that went a lot smoother than I expected.
Yeah. So, unless anybody else has any scenes that they want to do, everybody did something. I know Billiam didn't get to like lead his conversation, but are you good with that one?
Oh yes, I'm good.
Excellent. So, and now onto rumors. Yeah, and does anybody have any rumors they want to get started?
So I know that I want to contradict the rumor that is being spread that all of the daughters are like from different mothers.
Okay.
Given that I have the proof of it, so I kind
Fair.
of just want to leak that letter.
How does that work, though? Like, does she need someone to support it then?
Nope. That's not even like a spreading a thing, but she can stop it. Like
Okay.
her leaking that letter gets that done.
Because you
My
know,
embarrassments.
if like it is absolutely embarrassing, but at the same time, if one of them is gonna marry my brother, they need a pristine reputation.
That is fair. So yeah, that works. That works perfectly, and that doesn't take up one of your like rumor things.
Excellent, excellent.
And does anybody have any rumors they would like to start?
I'm going to start the rumor that Bobert isn't even interested in marrying. He just wants to not deal with her bullshit.
Okay, so you're starting a rumor that Bobert has no intention of marrying?
Yep.
Excellent. And were there any other rumors starting? I think a rumor that it started by the town and spread or not. is the Olivia has been spotted with a shady character at the bar, at the same bar that Jim's was spotted with a shady character in. Don't know if it's spread. Doesn't have to get spread.
It's getting spread.
Well, there you go.
I'm gonna spread a rumor that that Bobert's whole family has an exotic line of instruments.
Mm.
Let me back up that rumor.
What instrument does William play?
Billiam? Billiam doesn't play instruments. His fingers are much too large for that.
It's got those chubby hands.
Chubby flamingo feather hands.
As you do.
As you do. As everybody knows, you know.
But he plays a mean game of DDR.
Oh, he's just fucking sick.
I could probably help spread the rumor that Bobber isn't looking to marry.
Alright, so people believe that Bobert isn't looking to marry. I imagine that's pretty disheartening for Billiam, or like doubles up his resolve.
Oh, he's gonna start giving gifts. He's gonna offer up like land and be like, what can we do to make you interested? Please.
And do we think we got any more rumors this round, or do we just want to move on?
I'm trying to think if anything happened that like feels like rumor fodder to me, but
I feel like not much.
not too much, and especially like as a meddler character, I wouldn't know about the conversation that Kira and Margaret had about me. Because that's like part of being the meddler is being oblivious to that stuff.
Yeah, it really is.
But I guess somebody from the tavern or worked in the tavern could spread a rumor about that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely could be. Like, because they saw, like, and she was very loud. Like, the woman was very loud. Even though she doesn't remember it, it still happened.
It's really going very poorly for her, it seems like.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to go so badly for her.
But yeah, that somebody saw Margaret and Olivia scheming.
Right, does anybody want to spread the Margaret and Olivia scheming?
Yeah, I will.
What? So, yeah, and that feels good for like the what happened on that one. And the next one is gonna be an event. Oh, and we're gonna all write letters, but I'm gonna start the writing of letter, and it is again Margaret is sending everyone a dinner invitation. Like all of you main characters, the daughters are not invited. But Billiam is invited, Bobert's invited, Olivia's invited, even though it still says Elizabeth. Yeah, Dolly's Dorothy, that's right. And Jim's, is just only like invited because she heard a rumor, that not a big rumor, that you two had the business meeting that day, so she wants to like capitalize on that, especially since you guys are talking about selling her land.
She doesn't know about such things.
She doesn't know that, but still. Oh yeah, I'm still on this one. So you all are getting letters that They are invitations, but they don't even seem like invitations. Like, she has saved you, she has a seat for you at her dinner party. Like, like this weekend, and you are expected to show up. And whether you do or not, that's up to you. But that is the next event, is this dinner party.
And drinks are there, so
Well,
of course
there are drinks.
Bobert's going to be there.
Of course. Jim's, just out of courtesy, because he doesn't really know too much about her, he didn't take interest, doesn't care, responds back, I greatly appreciate this kind invitation to the do hope that it will be a very joyous occasion.
Excellent.
Obviously, if Bobert is going, Dorothy's going.
Yep, and Olivia will go.
Billiam will also go. As much as he is very busy, he will make an exception and be able to make this party.
Excellent.
Music is killing me. Like, please.
I can't hear it, so...
It went off the rails somewhere.
Did it go back to Christmas music?
No, I got it back. Just reset.
It's always so funny when it goes to Christmas music. Alright, so... You guys can send letters to each other, or however you want to do that. Yeah. The next event is at her house. I keep forgetting her name, even though I have it written down somewhere.
Margaret?
Yeah, Margaret.
Margaret?
Yeah, because you called him Maggot.
Maggot. Olivia is gonna write a letter to Dorothy
Oh.
and tell her that she really desperately needs to speak with her regarding a matter of the utmost disturbing nature, and hopes to
Goodness.
speak with her soon, in private, of course.
Ooh. Obviously, Dorothy could not refuse such a thing, so we're replying kind to just set that up.
Okay. That
Bobert is going to write a letter to Bertata.
Which one is Bertata?
The
Is that
green one.
metadata?
These names are everywhere.
Gonna read, Dear Bertata, I appreciate you coming to my dinner party. I apologize for my lavish and outlandish attitudes. Please apologize to Betty and Balvetta for me. I hope that at another venue we can meet again and I can be more proper in meeting you. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, I think she'll reply. First, chastising you for the misspelling of name, but like in a playful manner. It's Benedetta, but really, you can call me Bet, or whatever else strikes your fancy. I don't mind. If you'd like to enjoy a walk or a stroll, one of the days of your choosing, I'd be up to that. If you want to set a better impression of yourself, and hopefully it's not too boring for either of us. And that's all she replies with.
The way that she worded that is so polite, but also just like, well, this seems like an awful idea, but I guess.
I hope you're not boring, but
Billiam's
you
like,
are.
you gotta get married. Marry him. He's like, alright, I guess I'll try.
But no,
That's her effort of trying.
So you gotta marry him.
But it works really well on Bobert, because he likes when we play hard to get. It's like, yeah, I like it when you're mean to me.
Listen, if you're not crying, I'm not after you.
That's an interesting vibe.
Okay. So
Okay.
1 second. 1 second. Working on things. Not making a map, just setting it up. Right, so the next event is, again, we're going to Maggot's fucking dinner party. And let's just move you guys there because it looks wild.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god.
that's what I'm talking about.
You can't see your bedroom. You don't know what's in that bedroom. You can't see this.
That is from me. That's just... If
I knew Maggot was going to be a thick goth chick, I would have changed this game differently.
Oh, how would you like to become Miss Knight?
How would you like to become Mr. Thick Goth Chick?
That bottle of wine is as big as one of us.
It's so big. I made it the wrong size and then I laughed about it, so I left it.
And the fact that it's really close to Jim's.
Because usually big wines are like the really cheap stuff.
It's so cheap.
That Margaret's just showing us, like, trying to be impressive to everybody, but really it's just cheap shit.
Uncle Jim's doesn't care.
So, okay. Oh, she's just like, toast. It's like a toast to Bobert and our dear Dolly. It's so nice to have you in town. So nice. I hope you'll stay. You'll make a long stay.
it's like, I hope you'll stay forever. Like, whoa, why did you say it like that?
No reason. And it is drafty as hell in this place. Like, I know that it's supposed to be Florida, so it's like muggy and stuff. For some reason, this place feels cold as hell.
Encouraging.
While this place does look like it has quite the potential for great things, I can see many lavish parties here.
Oh, heavens forbid. I like to keep to myself and a small group of,
Intimate friends.
intimate friends.
Olivia has very little to say. She's sort of looking around, taking in the scenery, but she's not saying anything.
Dorothea's gonna comment on the decor to ask her what her inspiration is from.
And she's like, oh, I spent some time in a little city known as Port Barter for a small time. Have you heard of Port Barter? Tragedy, what happened there.
That's the one that got drowned?
It's
Or
the
burnt?
one that got a volcano erupted
Mm-hmm.
after a certain jazz singer like tried to summon a moon or a planet.
It's very unfortunate. All those poor people.
It's just absolutely tragic. I hear they're rebuilding, and they could. And she looks at Jim's and Bobert. They're probably looking for investors. Like either one of you two fine strapping young men could get involved. And she slaps Billiam on the shoulder. I know you're too old to take such gambles.
I'd like to point out that I am Baron William B. von Barter.
Yes. And that's so. It sounds so good.
Any reason to say good name? Jim's immediately
Like
after
Barter
hearing
from
that,
Point Barter?
Yeah,
Von Barter,
Barter.
yes. From
Okay.
Barter.
Oh shit. Yeah, she's just straight from there. Hilarious. And she's just like, oh, silly.
Immediately after that, Jim's just like, "Oh no, William isn't too old. I'm sure he would be more than happy to assist me in such an adventure if I so chose to do something." and just side eyes. Side eyes Bobert.
I have many things I've dipped myself into around these parts. Though port barter, I suppose, would be yet another thing I could squeeze myself into.
It looks like you squeeze yourself into everything, Billiam. And like
Oh,
chortles a little bit, and she's just like, she takes a sip of her wine, but then she like holds her head a little. And she's like, "Oh, sorry, headaches lately." Oof.
well, as much as I love this dinner, I do need a smoke. If Billiam could join me outside.
Of course. If you'll excuse us.
I think. Oh wait, no, Bobert's the only character you shouldn't be able to move. Oh, you might not. There you go. Excellent. I did
What do
it.
you mean I can move?
Sometimes you can't move the tokens because
Oh, I
fucked
can
it
do
up.
anything I want. I'm fucking Bobert.
Shit.
Look at those ties.
Fucking bobber.
So, Billiam. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. And
So
like,
thanks for.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say thank you for joining me for your smoke and getting some fresh air. I wanted to proposition you. I feel like this area would make a great establishment. If it was vacant. If someone could help me establish a vacancy here, I would be greatly appreciated. And in return, maybe Pertata could be a part of the Bobert lineage or whatever the fuck marriage is.
But What did you have in mind, Robert?
Well, we just need this maggot to be out of the picture so we can reestablish a great casino venue here. If someone could help me dispose of such ailments in this region.
It's been quite many years since I've had to work like this. But I have to say, I do like the creativity you have here. And, well, I'm eager to see one of my girls married off.
Well, fantastic. Then it sounds like this is going to be a fine partnership you and I will have.
Yes.
Let's be easy on the wine tonight.
Yes, keep the old faculties clear for later entanglements.
While they're doing that, I'm actually going to actively encourage Margaret to, like, drink more.
Okay, so while they're out there,
So you had said she wanted to, like, that the key was, like, my character. So I'm assuming that she's going to be actively talking to my character.
yeah, that's what I was like. While they are out there, Margaret is talking, and it's like, "I'm so sorry, my dear, that I missed our appointment," to Olivia, and it's just like, I don't know what came over me. It's like, I was sick as a dog the next day. Like, I just slept all completely through it.
So, is Olivia aware of the rumors?
Yes, yeah. If there's any
Okay.
rumors, then yeah, everybody's aware of it.
Okay. So, Olivia's just kind of going to stare at Marguerite for a second and kind of... You know how people pretend to talk under their breath, but they're a little loud so that, like, other people can hear? You know that vibe. Yep, okay. She's just going to start talking to her and saying, "What do you mean? You did attend our meeting. You were a mess."
I'm terribly sorry. I can't think of anything that you were speaking of.
Well, the whole town knows exactly what you said because you were loud and obnoxious. And you admitted to spreading rumors about others. You were trying to encourage me to do some unseemly things. I don't know what happened, but you might want to get it together.
She looks over at Dorothea, and is just like, "Wait, is that right?"
No, but honestly,
Honestly,
I sounded just at this point in time, we've given up on pronouncing anyone's names.
right?
It's canon now. It's happening.
She's just like, don't listen to anything this creature is saying. She has no idea what's happening. Obviously, I misjudged you. I misjudged her. It doesn't belong at my table. You know.
She's a
Oh.
bitch. We talking about me?
Yeah, she's talking about you. It's like,
Creature. What?
how do you make your money, my dear? I forget. Is it you run a brothel? Is that right? A brothel in Parliament City, bumping elbows with the owls.
Money. And I run it. I don't work in it. Get it together.
So you say. But everybody starts at the, and she titters a little bit, bottom.
I was never on the bottom in my life.
Damn, she called you hoe. Dorothy is absolutely just like ecstatic, almost like having like an experience of the joy of this nugget of knowledge.
Just pure euphoria.
Like,
That's fine. So
her eyes are rolling back in her
Olivia-
head like, yes.
Olivia kind of abruptly pokes Marguerite, whatever, the witch,
Margaret.
in the chest with her like little feathers. She's like, you know
Feathers.
exactly who I am, and you know exactly where I've come from. So it would be wise for you to stop talking.
I think right then is when Billiam and Bobert come walking back in and just see just like in a super ecstatic Dolly, an angry Olivia, Margaret just super furious, and Jim's just like pounding this wine bottle.
I forgot that James was there, actually.
He never
Just
left.
like bottoms up, just chugging.
Left. It was just there.
I see the festivities have
What else is he
gotten
supposed to
underway.
do? It started with glasses, and then it got to the point like, I'm just gonna keep this.
Yeah, no one else is drinking it. I might as well.
It's like everybody else's mouths are busy. One
He's just
can't
like-
fucking, one can't turn their grin down enough to swallow anything.
I mean, he's really doing the party a favor. He really is. And I don't know. I assume the witch has something to say to that.
She is fuming, but Bobert's back in the room, so she doesn't want to like.
So Dorothy is gonna try to like smooth everything over and like pour everyone another glass of wine.
Well, I'll drink to that.
What bottle?
I'm sure.
There's always one.
From where?
No one's gonna have a dinner party without several bottles of
fair.
wine.
Okay, fair.
Yeah,
He just got the biggest one, and that's all he needs. Olivia will just sort of sip hers, but she's running the numbers in her head. She's figuring shit out. She has nothing more to say to the witch, except, remember the people I know.
So
Be mindful.
I'm gonna. I think that unless anybody else has something to say, I'm gonna say this dinner it's very cold from this point on. Like it's just everybody eats and it's like negligible, polite conversation. But Margaret is like she's upset and not really talking. Like she seems to be like drops a glass on her dress.
This poor lady.
Okay, so she drops a glass of wine on her and she's just like, again, every time with you all.
While
Please.
she goes to clean herself up, can I like snoop around her house?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And like, can Olivia like kind of stealthy follow? Not in like a menacing way, but like she may have intended to do the same thing.
I feel like Dorothy and Olivia are giving each other the eyes,
The
the
look.
like we know what we're
Yes.
doing. So we're gonna we'll split up. So I will say that Dorothy was like, "Oh no, let me help you, my dear," and like we'll escort Margaret to wherever she needs to go to clean herself up.
And so Olivia's gonna start like peeking around it, oh, I must go to the powder room. I'm not feeling well. I'm feeling faint. I
A little
have
too
to
much wine.
collect myself. And what
Margaret.
room can I go in?
You can sit in my lounge. That's fine. And yes, dear, please help me out of this dress. I sent all my servants home so we could have a private meeting. I didn't expect.
That's a weird thing to have done.
Yeah, she sent her servants home. Like, is anyone not unsettled by this? Because what?
It's very unsettling.
That's weird.
James just passes out and dies.
Okay, so what room am I in? Tell
you
me
could
more.
you could be wherever you are. So I didn't get to a second floor of this because I didn't expect us to go to a second floor of this. But
That's fair.
the actual her changing room is upstairs. So like she's just not
Okay.
gonna. So these two will be like away somewhere, and you can pick wherever you want to go. Like all of you guys just snoop around her house, which is rude, but still, I'm not gonna judge you.
Okay. So, I mean, there's a doorway. Is this a doorway here?
Like,
Okay.
doorway,
So I'm just
doorway,
gonna-
doorway.
I'm gonna start heading in and like checking shit out. What do I have to roll some dice to see what I find?
I need to tell you what you find.
Okay.
So there's a cat, and the cat is staring at you very just like sentiently the whole time.
Okay. Fucking cat.
It does not meow. It is clearly alive as it is staring, but
Okay.
there is like you walked across the tiger skin rug, which was strange and strange. And there's a bear skin in here, and there's just like lines of animals on the wall, but the
Yeah.
animals are also kind of looking at you more than they should be.
Okay. How do I... Okay. Well, okay, so nothing really other than the fact that shit's creepy and still alive in here.
It's really creepy, and you're not sure if it's still. You know what? Yeah, roll me a 20-sider. Damn it.
Okay, how do I do it again?
Slash roll 1d20.
Do it 1d20.
Yep.
No, okay, which I did the wrong slash, must be. There.
Nope.
No.
That time you did the wrong slash. Oh, there needs to be a space. Space between roll
Oh.
and die.
I'll get it eventually.
You would think
By the time this stream is over.
12 in quest is a success. So,
Okay.
yeah, you find some strange things. You find information about how Margaret made her money, and like how her money is actually independent from Bobert and his real estate. That she was selling items and information about where items were to somebody named Taupe.
That bitch.
And
Oh, like the color?
yeah, like the color Taupe.
Okay.
And
Huh.
then she has ties to, and like you would know this, she has ties to the Parliament Mafia. Or at least when the Parliament Mafia was run by by The Rock. And there are outgoing letters, but there's a couple letters that when you go through them, they imply that she's been trying to make contact with somebody named the Matron, but she has not received any correspondence back.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. I am both on alert, yet I want to know more. Did anyone follow me? Is anyone else being Snoopy, or is it just me?
Just you right now.
Boys.
What's the conversation at the table
So
between you gentlemen?
Immediate conversation at the table. Once all the women have left, immediately Jim's in his drunken stupor.
I like to think that, like, that he had kind of, like, tipped backwards. So, like, you know how the shape of Flamingo neck is? It was like that, but, like, backwards with his head upside down behind his back. But the second that they leave and it's just, like, the gents at the table, he just, like, snaps up.
Exactly. That's exactly. And basically, obviously, he too busy drinking to get full details of the wild event that was happening, but fills in both William and Bobert about what happened shortly before they came back in. And it's just like, it was something regarding one having a business which they felt was just not proper or something. I'm not sure. This bottle of frankly quite cheap wine was too busy being emptied by yours truly, I'll be honest. It seemed so very, very unnecessary. Hence, reasons like this being that I personally see no real benefit to a marriage, and which was something I wanted to talk to you about as well, Bobert, during our meeting.
Connections, Uncle James. Connections. That's what marriage gives you.
William,
You're a businessman. You should know that having the most connections is usually the most powerful tool you could have.
correct. You're very much right, but the thing is, my connections were gained through socializing and learning of my fellow business partners instead of simply taking up or giving out a name.
Well, how would you like to make another connection? I have a few daughters that are available, and I think that you could enjoy, how do I put this, extended extravagance of knowledge, should you choose to be interested in one of them and marry them.
I heard Betty is a bear of a time.
That would be so funny. It could just be like the end of Pride and Prejudice, where they have a dual wedding. I'm so excited.
Which one were you talking about? You're talking about Bernadette?
I don't know which names like he's
doesn't
done.
matter at this
I wish that he would say bunny, bear, or cat.
At this point, can we talking about any of them?
I don't know. I don't know who's I've lost track.
Honestly, I feel like throughout any conversation, the only person who knows who he is referencing is William himself. He's the only one. Everyone else has lost track.
Yeah, I totally picture that too.
I think that really does speak to like how much these daughters are really just getting married to someone for the connection, not really for who they are or what they're all about. It's really just, okay, let's be family, okay? I don't know. I picked the one in the green. Whatever.
So I would say that Marguerite well, whatever. Maggot is done with the upstairs, like done with like re-putting her clothes on. She's just like, tonight has gone terribly.
Talathy is just gonna try to like console her and be like, "No, my dear, it is not that bad. It's not so very bad."
It is that bad. I, downstairs right now, sitting at my table, there is a prostitute, like a drunkard, a fool, and Billiam. I mean, Billiam is Billiam. he is what he is. It's not his fault, and I've said some terrible things about Billiam in the past, but he's a good man. But forgive me, my dear. Your brother isn't not. He's not the brains of this outfit, is he? And she like puts a hand on, that wing on your shoulder. It's just like, now we, just us girls,
Justice Girls.
just us girls, the respectable type. I believe I could show you some things. And you know, you could be. I'm not pushing things. Have you ever thought about maybe starting your own house? Maybe being the head of the household?
So since Dorothy is she's a schemer herself, and so she does not fall for any of this shit. But she's gonna be pleasant and non-committal to like keep Megaret talking. It's like, go on.
And she's like, so you might notice my decor, my aesthetic. It's more than just a look, my dear. It's just like, there's real power. And flamingos can become wizards too. Did you know that? It's magical. And she like waves her hands around and see like script come up in front of her and stuff. This is like, and so much more. Like drinks that can make people do whatever you want. Just true power. And then with money behind you, you would be unstoppable. We would be unstoppable.
Mm.
And she just taps you on the, pats you on the, just think it over. We must go back to the party.
She's gonna try to stall her and be like, no, tell me more, to give Olivia time to continue to explore. It's like, let's not be hasty.
She begins to explain that, like, how Bobert's, like, drinking has cost him many, opportunities, and how his, like, how there's even a new hotel that's sprung up that has taken a lot of the Flamingo business away. And how...
I thought Bobert had a hand in that hotel, though.
A little one, but then he lost the hand when Krieg and Gemini really just, when they started, he lost track of. And
When the F did this happen?
They started. The names have gotten destroyed. It's become terrible.
Yeah, no one is actually being called by their, like, name.
So... Oh, sorry. So, like, Bobert is, like, losing money on his casino and spa because it's a casino and spa, which is both very good, very well. But, like, a little bit further out of the city is the best hotel this world has ever seen. Like, it's huge, it's tall, it's got many floors, it has a bouncer because somebody sent a bomb.
That's not encouraging, though.
It's not encouraging, but it happened.
That doesn't sound very safe to me.
People love adventure, they love the danger of it. And, like, Bobert, respectable as he is, like, entrepreneur as he is, like, these people have, like, an air of danger to them. They've constructed a city, they've built towers, they're spreading into the Owl City of Parliament, if you can believe it. If you check the money, there's a group of ducks that have been, like, funding a lot of things, but those group of ducks are actually in the pocket of this Wander crew.
Dun dun dun.
So if things keep going the way that they are for your, he's not gonna have the money for you to ever, like, if he, like, perish the thought if he ever passes, he won't have anything left to leave you.
And how does she suggest to avoid that scenario? Also, like, is Olivia finding anything else of interest, including, say, getting into that fucking bedroom with that shit on the floor?
Yeah, I was waiting my turn. So like, meow.
Yeah, if you want to be in that bedroom, like, you will see that thing on the floor, and your character has no way of knowing what it is, but, like, if this was a show, everybody, like, would recognize that that is the same kind of symbol that Ezekiel had made when he was using, and that Timothy made when they summoned in red caps. Like, so she's trying to force a rift herself.
So I don't know what it says, but I know that's no bueno.
I mean, you can roll a 20-sider again, but we are going by quest rules that if you get under a 5, the failure and negative are gonna happen to you.
Yeah, you're gonna hate me. Well, someone's gonna hate me.
Alright, so it's a 20. You don't even have to roll.
Well, you know what? Whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, it was made a 20 anyway, so you're good. So yeah, your character would have seen this before then, like, in the group that you travel with, and, you know, you hang out in Parliament a little bit. Well, you hang out in Parliament, you know that. You have seen summoning signs, and you have heard that if somebody would want to, a drop of, like, if anybody put a drop of blood on this, it would open a rift, and monsters would come through. You're not 100% familiar with the monsters, but you know that if she gets down here and she goes into her bedroom, she's trying to kill you all. It's what's happening. She could kill you all and just say you were attacked by monsters.
I'm going to come back out here. Like, I closed the bedroom, whatever the bedroom door, it was probably closed, considering she's doing, like, weird-ass shit. I closed the door behind me. I noticed the cat. Like, I noticed the cat when I walked into the room.
Right,
because
cat
you said
notices
you
you.
already said. Yeah, we locked eyes. And I was like, that's fucking weird. So I'm just gonna, like, avoid this room because that cat's fucking weird. That's when I stuck my head in the door. I looked down on the floor and I was like, oh, that's also fucking weird. I'm gonna close this door. I'm gonna go back to eat now because I have learned enough. I'm done. Like, but am I, now that I'm back at the table, like, did I make it back to the table? Is that a thing I need to ask first? Okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're back to the table, and she's like, we have to go talk to your brother, my dear. I've enjoyed this time that we've had together, and really, think on it. It's like, think of what running the house for yourself could look like.
So I'm gonna be pleasant and all of those good things as we, like, make our way back down. I'm gonna lock eyes with Olivia just to see, like, to get, like, a read. Like, you find anything good? You find anything juicy? Dalithi's not expecting, like, we're all gonna die juicy.
Yeah. So, like, Olivia's gonna make sure that the witch is, like, looking down, looking at her chair, like, smoothing out her skirts before she looks at her partner in crime.
Really simple for you. As she comes back down, Jim just turns his head to us like, oh, by the way, my dear, I want to say I'm truly ever so sorry for my very rude displays of drunken stupid things have been for me, and I just wanted to address it right now. It seemed, I felt as if it was bothering people, and you in particular, and I just wanted to say I'm very, very sorry.
It's not a problem. And I'm glad everybody's here having a wonderful time. I can finally speak candidly. Bobert, I have to admit, I invited you over here for something a little more than just dinner. I have a proposition. And
I'm listening.
and now in front of us we have the three, and not to toot my own horn, we have the wealthy flamingo in the world. And it's just like we each have come across our money on our own reasons. Now, Bobert, have you thought about? And I know that you are deep into real estate. Have you heard of other worlds?
I'm
Do you-
listening.
That Wander crew out there, the ones that have been fighting the monsters and it's like slaying all manner of beasts and like building the lavish hotel that is such a grand competitor to your own spa. They have access. They have access to technology that allows them to travel through worlds and land on other ones. There's millions of other worlds out there. Did you know this?
Sounds like fairy tale to me.
I promise you
Bobert
that.
does know this, though, doesn't he?
No, Bobert has no idea.
How does
don't.
Bobert not? With all of his dealings
I?
with the Wander crew, how does he not know?
I just assumed that he just. Like, how often last season did the Wander crew go to other worlds?
Guess that's true.
Like to him, just monsters were showing up. So it's just.
I
like,
wanna establish though while Uncle Jim, I still can't. These names are.
It's
I'm
Jim combined with James, so James.
sorry. Jim's.
Jims.
Okay. While he's addressing the witch, I am giving my partner in crime like the most horrified face, like complete terror.
As she's like talking
And she
about the other
doesn't see it.
worlds, does she seem to be getting like hyped up a little bit?
Yeah, like what's her mannerisms?
She's like a salesman that's like thinks that she has you on the hook, and that she's like, we could each stake a bit, and it's like, and obviously I made a misjudgment looking over at Olivia, and it's just like inviting some, and that's fine. Some people aren't as ambitious or willing to go the extra mile as I, and I hope we could. You've seen my military, correct? In the short time that we've been here, we've been training.
It's her military.
It's her military.
Oh fuck.
What?
I think that we could, make a move. For all of Flamingo kind.
Oh man, I want to do something so bad.
Go
What do
ahead.
you want to do?
I'm looking it up really quick, to see if it does what I want to do, because I have cards. Alan, would you allow me to use an ability scroll?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
I'm intrigued.
Alright, I'm gonna use an ability scroll. Billiam's gonna... You're speaking all kinds of nonsense, and just, like, give her a pat on the quote-unquote shoulder. Look, you just sit down. Speak like a normal bird.
Dying to know what card is it you're gonna play for that.
I'm waiting.
Spooky cat.
Spoopy cat.
Doctor. Okay, which doctor ability are you playing?
Heart kill?
Heart? The one that just gives like murders them?
Yeah, their heart explodes.
Damn.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm into it.
I mean,
All right.
I imagine it like explodes internally, and it's like, oh no, she had a heart attack.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, like you don't like it doesn't have to be your character did it. Like, an outside force may have cast that on her and she just died. Who knows?
I mean, but it is his character because Bobert asked him to remove this obstacle.
Yes.
So, like,
Yeah,
It is what he's
serves him
doing.
twofold.
Oh, fuck,
You
yeah.
see, William has a set of skills.
Good, you killed him!
I
Are you
wasn't
happy?
ready.
It's 2 people you've killed!
I wasn't ready. Oh my god. Yeah, so she falls
Okay.
face down in her fucking scramp.
Oh my god. So here's
Billiam
the
goes, oh,
thing.
what's
I
happened?
already had a plan. For that.
I like the idea that maybe everyone at this table was planning on murdering her.
Like,
I
as
want to
she
say,
falls
I
over-
started
Put a
out.
little- Could you put a little X on her eye? Is that a possibility?
I
just
started
put a
out
giant
with
X
an
on her.
opportunity to murder her, and I didn't do it. So, like, not me, okay?
I just want to point out. Obviously, we all know that I have like 100 snipe cards. Because of the conversation that Bobber and Billiam had, I was going to use one as like Billiam using a connection to take her.
And it turns out, fucking, it was established that they could be magicians and wizards and shit, so Billiam just knows
You
magic.
set that up for yourself, really.
Yeah, I did. Alright, well,
Does that mean
yeah.
his daughters also know magic?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who cares about their hobbies?
I can only put an X across the entire thing. I can't. Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to draw on their eyes, you
Quick.
can do that.
Somebody call a doctor.
Yeah, so
I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm gonna say no, don't.
Oh.
By
And
the
like,
way-
If you
I'll make
guys-
a quick like eye at Bobert, like I did it.
If you guys follow me, she has connections you wouldn't believe, and there's shit in this house that isn't right. No, just let her go.
By the way, Jims is now 100% sober. It was fully unexpected. And it's like, oh, okay.
alright, so
If you don't believe me, walk through that doorway and just look around. No. No. Let her die.
So yeah, you guys, I guess you won.
I guess everybody won.
So
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip the next.
Everyone's gonna get exactly what they want.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip the next rumor thing. It's just like we're gonna go straight to the epilogue phase. So like, what?
Can I do
What-
a thing though?
Yeah,
Can
absolutely.
I-
Go right ahead.
Like, I mean, we're gonna leave this house, but can I, like, first of all, does anyone go, wait, what do you mean, Olivia? Let me check out this information that you found?
I think that collectively we all understand that some fuckery occurred, and we're all gonna keep
Okay.
our, like, beak shut. But at the same time, it does also lock us all in as, like, conspirators in this scenario. So maybe it's just an understood that whatever it was you were looking to get, you
So, yeah.
will get.
So what I was like talking about for Olivia, what I was thinking about for, you have found ways, like all the connections that she has, like you now know names, like you can play the part that she was playing. Basically.
Okay, because I was gonna ask if I could go back in that room and all those letters and those books, like the ledgers that I found, if I could just slide them into my really deep pockets.
It's like
I mean, she's
100%.
She's
You,
dead, so
you,
they're 100%
Okay.
yours.
yeah, you definitely have like leverage over the matron at this point. Like
Yes.
your character,
Yes!
because of all the exploring, did not have to, does not have to be under the matron's thumb. And also, you now know that if you ally with the city and with the HTML crew at any point, that they are rich and powerful enough to also back you. And if Bobert if you have Bobert's help, which obviously you do, you saved his life. Well, doesn't know.
Technically, but
He's just like, oh shit, I just came here for wine and food. And all this blew up.
Awesome. Thank you. Yay.
So, the next one is don't worry about letters because this is just the epilogue. Where do you, like, in a month's time, a couple months, the boardwalk has opened up. Her house is being slowly converted, being demolished and converted into a casino. And what do you guys want to build here that would get people here? Because you're gonna succeed.
if people like danger, then like a theme park or something else that like gives people thrills.
Wait, you said there's monsters in the like sea monsters.
There are
right?
sea monsters in the water for sure.
So what
But-
There
about
are
like
monsters everywhere.
Yeah.
We make Jurassic Park.
Do you need some ladies of the night?
sea version?
I mean, I could totally see like turning it into a like Vegas-esque like spectacle, like tourist destination.
Burlesque.
Mm-hmm. Like all of your like dark delights, but like nothing, everything quote unquote above board. But yeah,
Then they offer the special package, what goes below board.
Oh.
Oh, there you go.
Lord, what were you trying to do? Because I saw that you played the season 1 card.
yeah,
this
I just
game,
refunded it. So
okay.
I
'Cause
thought
this-
he was just trying to flex.
Yeah, this game doesn't have like a season 1. Next season, when we get started,
Yeah.
sorry, this is in the middle of the thing. Every single game will have triggers that if people play those cards, different weird things are gonna happen. And I'm not saying that they're good. Yeah, not for this one. Oh, when the games actually start.
also, once you use it for that, you lose it. Just as a heads up. Like once it actually does something, and you play it, then it's done. So use it wisely.
But this game didn't have that setup because
It'll be in the official season 2
for
start.
the- yeah. So we got a giant theme park with a very adult theme park.
Oh, look at Giant Dave and Buster's.
No, giant Dave and Buster's.
Hell yeah.
I was thinking more Sleep No More.
I don't understand that reference.
Oh, well, all you people should look it up after stream, because it seems like
Oh,
an actual place.
that is not. I do not want to go to sleep no more. I mean, that's gory.
It's gonna be refined, but just over the top because Bobert is over the top.
This is some fucking eyes wide shut bullshit.
Yeah, probably not that.
So,
It could just be Billiam and Bobert's.
I need to know which did Bobert marry a sister like he promised, and marry one of the daughters like he promised? And which
if so,
one?
which one? Do you want to like bring him up on screen?
Well, first off, I gotta know, did Uncle James end up taking his proposition?
Yeah, and did James marry one as well?
No.
But you could be so wealthy.
Damn.
Here's the reason, though.
But how are they gonna have a double wedding?
You know what? You're right.
What about you, Dorothea? Do any of my daughters interest you?
Actually, absolutely. But it's got to be Benedetta. But I can't tell which one Bobert wanted. But I already know Benedetta doesn't like Bobert.
Bill and Boberts.
So that'd be so funny if all three of them get married. So which one is Bob? And is Bobert after? Like the
I was
youngest?
thinking Barthada.
Which one is
Which
that?
one's
We
Barthada?
don't know names.
Just point to the one that you want on the screen.
Click at
The green one.
the green one. Okay, that's the youngest.
I think
The one
it
that
makes
doesn't
sense.
like
she
him.
she could produce the most.
She very specifically doesn't like him. But
This is awful.
This is awful. And I love it. Oh, I hate this so much and it's great.
she will marry though. Oh no, that's
doesn't have a choice.
That's with William. Oh god.
This is the 1930s.
I think that Beatrixie makes the appropriate match for James.
Yeah.
Which
makes
one's
sense.
that?
Which one is that?
The barriers.
The-
Barriers, okay.
She's also the oldest.
Okay, so that works out with what I was gonna say anyway.
She'll take good care of you.
So is no one gonna marry the ugly middle child?
I guess Dorothy has to.
No. It only makes sense. Triple wedding.
That's gonna be a wild wedding. Who's officiating this wedding?
See,
William. William.
I know a guy.
Looks in the mirror. I'm that guy.
Oh no.
We've already established William has skills.
William's gonna contact the crew.
The crew?
shit.
Who from the crew can marry you?
The captain.
Fuck. It's canon. It's all canon.
It's how it works.
We gotta rope them back in here. We gotta tie it all together so they know.
But also, how does William know the crew of the Wanderpus?
Listen, he's been in the game a while.
He knows magic.
I really look forward to running into these characters later in the games.
I have this whole idea that William used to be like out in the world and things happen.
No.
He knows a guy that knows a guy.
William's seen some shit.
William is. I'm not gonna make him my season 2 character. We're not doing that.
So
Well,
what did Olivia get to do?
Olivia's start was she runs a brothel in Parliament, but she is under the thumb of the matron. Like the matron's like moving in on all stuff. And
Taking more than her cut. She's doing what she wants.
yeah, so like
Awful.
yeah, so it seemed like she was sent here to get Bobert's money. She was trying to just make an alliance with Bobert to like, I think have like backup so that the matron can't move in, and that worked out.
I got everything I wanted, so I'm good. I'm just gonna hang out.
The
Maybe I'll
happiest
move
day
back.
of my life.
It's so great.
They're all getting married.
We're all like celebrating all the things.
I know season 2 very particularly said I want less bird characters, and we've already made so many more bird characters than I wanted. But now they're
Everyone got
spreading.
what they wanted except for Alan.
I didn't know you were gonna. I didn't know she was gonna get a heart attack.
Craved that character.
She wasn't. She was never actually gonna kill you guys.
No, I got the impression she was gonna kill us.
Say that.
But
Hey,
what
do I
was
get
she
to
gonna do?
D20 my wedding night?
Oh.
I'm
That's
just gonna
gonna be
pull
a
the curtains on that one.
Ew.
Just like, yeah, roll me a d20 though. Just do /roll 1 space 1 d20. Let's see how your wedding night went.
Nah, just like real life. Meh, mediocre.
It's like, you've had better wedding nights.
I refuse.
Oh. I don't know if it's okay for you to influence your daughter's
Oh,
wedding
God.
night.
You just got your daughter fucking boned. You're having like quadruplets. I just.
Only the best.
Wow.
This game
Thanks.
was
I
weird.
hate it.
This game got so weird.
Yeah, so weird, so quick.
I like to think
What?
that since Benedetta is likes games and tinkering and all the kinds of things, she brought like an arsenal with her. Like her little duffel bag full of stuff.
Oh, I am
Like,
mounting tonight.
Just like pegging the shit out of Bobert.
It's like that opening scene of Bruno. Just spin me around.
They both have a weird day the next day. Like, that happened.
Just nobody's like making eye contact. Nobody.
Why am I sore?
Why am I wet and sore?
Why can't I remember last night?
Where do all these
They're
eggs
there,
come
Dee.
from?
I don't know what flamingo eggs look like. I did not Google that.
Oh,
This is where we learn the cursed knowledge that flamingos have live births.
They are not pink. Don't show me that. I know that they're not pink.
So, like, no, really, what was supposed to happen?
She was just gonna try to like get Bobert to invest in her, and she was gonna like make the whole place like kind of spooky. Was the plan? Like,
Too dangerous,
hook up and kill us all.
right? Like
I guess we had to kill her.
that would have been the fucking halfway through season 2 when like a whole bunch of heinous shit is poured through the portal that she fucking made and like killed everyone in town.
Yeah.
No,
But-
it's not that simple with Alan.
but now we know that that's not a threat because they literally just have casino and I imagine like Bobert having a wife has settled him down a bit so he doesn't drink as much.
I also think that that Benedetta like being at least kind of intelligent is making up for what he lacks.
100%.
So there we go. We know that, and Olivia is moving her business here onto this island, out of Parliament City, or are you gonna go back to Parliament City?
I think that I'm going to go back to Parliament City. I'm going to tell the matron she's no longer, services are no longer required. I'll hire my own manager for that establishment that I can trust. And then I'm going to move back and assist with, services that I could offer over here and try to help make some more money. Like, make it a franchise situation. It's fine. Chain brothels, they're a thing.
That's terrifying to me, but okay. Chain brothels.
It's fine. Don't panic. Don't panic. The girls have health care now. This is important.
That's good. Season 2 is like the season of chains because they made a chain of like Starbuckses in Parliament City during that game. Alright, well, hooray! It did land right at the 3-hour mark, so I'm very good at that.
Perfect, 10 out of 10.
Great. This is great.
So, thank you guys for playing and helping me build out this fucking part of the... Remember, this is still just fucking Florida, so I don't even think this was that weird Florida.
No, it's pretty normal.
It just seems like a normal Florida day.
Yeah, that's true.
Jim's got his business partner and a wife now, I guess.
Yep,
He's
Jim's is married. Jim's went in planning to make sure Bobert didn't get married, failed so hard, got married himself.
Just like a Jane Austen movie.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh my god. You were,
That was it.
you were Darcy the whole time.
Oh no. You know, I have to say that when we made characters the other night, and in between then and now, I was very nervous about the character that I made. I was like, this is actually a mistake. I should double back. I should fix this. I shouldn't do this. But you know what? No regrets. I'll never second guess myself. No.
It didn't play at all how I was planning. I was kind of hoping there would be like a strapping young lad that I could marry and throw a curveball to everybody, or like.
Nobody
have a
made
secret love interest with it.
Nobody made a strapping young lad.
Nope. So.
Like my
He's
main
talking
goal
about
was
Billiam as a
business.
strapping.
Oh man, that would have been so great if you had married Billiam.
That was an option. You could have done that instead of married his daughters.
A wild twist.
Could have found love again.
He is single.
It's
Too
like,
old.
ready to mingle.
Instead, his 3 daughters got married, and he's also a business partner now with Jim.
I don't want a polar bear. I want an otter.
Damn. Damn.
Well, thanks everybody for coming and playing, and thanks everybody for watching. And this is the second last. We might have another game before
Yeah.
the season actually starts up. We just gotta figure out the logistics of that. But thank you all for helping us flesh out the world, and thanks for watching. I have to go to the bathroom, which is how I
Par
do.
for the course, yeah.
So
Okay, I'm gonna let
Oh,
the
yeah, goodbye.
announcements run, and then we're all gonna fuck off and die forever. And I will see you guys tomorrow for portrait giveaway stuff, because we didn't get to do one yesterday. Obviously for the oil painting, I don't know if you guys saw the finished product. I can't even show it to you because I dismantled the camera situation, but it's done. I posted it on Twitter.
It's great.
It's
so
fine. It's
great.
fine.
You make good art.
We all had a great time.
This is awesome.
It's fine. But thank you guys all for coming and playing the dumb shit.
Thank you, all of you guys in the chat that watched us do the dumb shit. You guys are a delight, as always.
Thanks everyone for watching us get married.
Yeah, it was a joyous remembrance.
Mwah.
Building all that lore.
Watch
Oh,
Pride
yeah.
and Prejudice. It's a great show, movie. Do it.
And if you've ever watched Clueless, the movie Clueless, you have actually watched Jane Austen, so don't get down on yourself. Just so you know. Or maybe do if you don't ever want to watch Jane Austen.
Or
There you
just
go. Spoiler.
rewatch Clueless because Brittany Murphy is a goddess.
It's
May she
true.
rest in peace.
I mean,
It's an actual-
truthfully. And Paul Rudd, baby Paul Rudd, delicious.
Oh yeah.
He
Mhm.
hasn't aged an ounce, which obviously that's witchcraft. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm like an outlier. I don't have like the massive love for Paul Rudd that everyone else has. He's fine,
Oh.
but like, it's like just fine. He's fine.
I'm a John Cusack man.
Oh, that I feel. That I feel 110%.
Mhm.
All right. Good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.
Night.
Good night.